Hi everyone, welcome to another video. Today I wanted to talk about something that I've been pondering for the past couple of days. And that is the idea of what don't I miss? So that's a question that I've been asking myself. And while we are in this situation of the quarantine and during these COVID times where our normal has stopped, we can have the opportunity to ask a question about what life used to be like before COVID or the quarantine. And the question I've been asking myself is, what don't I miss about the way things were? There's a lot of things I miss, just like you. But there's some things that I don't miss. So for example, I don't miss the Sunday blues. I didn't realize this was such a big thing for me. But having time to think back, I used to remember that on Sundays, I kind of would get this knotted feeling, this kind of uncomfortable butterflies, tension. My mood would change. I would even joke about it to my family, and I'd say, "Oh, mommy has the Sunday blues." And this would happen to me. And it's only that I've gotten to reflect on it now, after weeks have passed, I realized, oh my goodness, I haven't had the Sunday blues. Well, that was really interesting, because if I'm not having the Sunday blues, is that a good thing? Is it a bad thing? So it just gives me an opportunity to think about, and it opened up my eyes about, what don't I miss? And so I'd like to ask that question to you. Some of us have paused our life and we just can't wait to kind of get right back into things. So it's like a pause. And then as soon as we hit play, we're going to jump right back into the way everything was. But the reality is, we actually can choose what our new normal will be like, to an extent. I understand many of us have our offices and our lives to get back to. But to a small extent, there are things that we can choose if we start again or not. Will you bring back all the extracurriculars that your kids were in to the same extent that they were before? Will you now change the way your evenings look to whatever ability you can? And so to ponder that, now that we have some of the space to think about that, and we've been forced to stop what our quote unquote normal was before, and choose what we want to bring in. So in order to ponder that question, I invite you to maybe do a meditation with me for the next sort of minute and a bit of our talk, which is, what don't you miss? Some of you don't do the meditation. You kind of hear the talk and then you stop the meditation. I actually invite you to try the meditations with us, because you actually will gain something other than just hearing me speak about it. So we're going to do that for just the next sort of minute and a half. And I invite you to kind of close your eyes and bring yourself onto your sit bones. Get into any position that's comfortable for you, sitting, standing, lying down, just making sure you don't fall asleep. And I'd like to ask the question, once we kind of sit in a comfortable spot, taking a nice deep breath and releasing, unhinging your jaw, relaxing your face, letting your shoulders drop away from your ears. And I'd like you to maybe choose one thing that you don't miss. That can be something big, or it can be something really small. Whatever it is, it will be helpful to feel what that's like in the body when you think about that one thing you don't miss. Bring up an image of what that thing or experience looks like. And just take a few moments, although it might be uncomfortable, to feel in the body what happens when you think about that one thing you don't miss. Do you get tense thinking about it? Do you get agitated? Do you get tight? Do you feel butterflies or flutters? It would be helpful to bring up an image of that thing that you don't miss. We all have a choice of what our new normal looks like after. And there's things we will be able to control and can't once we go back to the way things were. And it helps to remember the things that made us happy and the things that we don't miss. Because only with that knowledge will we be able to change the way things will be. With that, I invite you to open your eyes. Thank you, and I'll see you tomorrow.